Hey, senator. Hey, janitor. Ba 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 ba.
You've both got your style.
Hey, senator. Hey, janitor. Those lyrics, I feel, are talking about like our current good senators that are doing the work right now, like Bernie and Liz. You know, they're senators, but they're also janitors because they're cleaning up Donald Trump's mess.
Interesting.
Or trying to.
Interesting take. Hey y'all.
Hey, y'all. How are y'all?
I am Dorothy Loudman. I'm here with
Noxley, our very special guest, Noxley.
always. Hello, boys.
I'm feeling so crazy this morning because I just pounded my Oklahoma Starbucks mug full of coffee, and I've been trying to like figure out a way to get extra height on my camera, and so I literally have this leaning tower of Pisa of coffee table books, which is very appropriate. We have Joan Rivers, Young Frankenstein, 3 Barbara books, and a book of male photography. So we're literally that's supporting me right now. Hello.
From New York. You say that part.
So I'm getting so distracted with our comments.
You always say everyone before the live. It should be like, hey, it's Ben, it's Daniel, live from New York, opening credits.
Here we go. Live from
Pivot session.
Live from New York. It's Tuesday morning.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song. And time heals everything.
Oh my God.
Yes. We didn't even coordinate our blue and red today.
I mean, I can't even. I didn't even know I had this shirt. My laundry had a bag of stuff from May that I didn't know they had. And I've been trying to buy this shirt and I can't get it anywhere. And I gave up. And
that's so weird. That is something you already have.
I did do that with the blue one with the blue. Hi, Zoe. Thanks, honey. I love you, Zoe Baker.
Oh, I love that mug too. Mrs. Always Right.
How do you like them egg rolls? Oh.
But you know I love red and blue together. That is blue, right? Not black.
Yeah, it looks so dark next to your like
this is the
bright blue. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, that was the one when we were at that store.
Yeah, the most fabulous store. You were like, this is the best store I've been to in my entire life. And
it was really the best store. And Cherry Grove Fig or Ash? What was it called?
Fig. Yeah, one of those like hipster names.
I want some more of them candles.
Kenneth, our beloved Kenneth Alfonso.
Yeah, what's that?
How are you? Sound off. How are you doing?
I was okay, but then my computer, I waited so long for you to come into this session, and I went through such a roller coaster of emotions. And then you came, and I was like, okay, we're here, we're queer. And then I was like, I probably shouldn't put my leg here because it at some point might jostle my computer. As soon as I had that thought, the whole Tower of Pisa knocked over. My computer smacked closed. I was like, oh my God. It was literally 10:30.
Well, I have to say, I was in such a state that I didn't even notice until
I come back in and you're still
I'm still last minute uploading things, last minute checking my hair. And then there's 2 of you. It was Dorothy Loudbin, which good. And then another Dorothy Loudbin with just a smear of pixels across the screen. Yeah, Superman. Hi, Holly. Holly Bush Bryce. That's a great name.
Holly Bush Bryce. What a beautiful, beautiful name.
Beautiful name. Scott.
Oh, Ornery Devils. Oh, my.
Hello, Yannick.
I have to tell you. Was that what I wanted to tell you? Oh, yeah. I watched Watchmen. Have you watched that?
Yes. Regina King.
I was for sure, Daniel. I mean, Regina King, Jean Smart, Frances Fisher, Jeremy Irons.
All the ladies and Jeremy Irons, yes.
I mean, it was so freaking great. I hope everybody has watched Watchmen. And I really kept thinking there would not be any season 2, but clearly there will be based on that season finale.
Well, it's one of those shows I watched like a year ago and I do not remember it, so I need to rewatch. But I do remember, isn't there a scene with Jean Smart and like a big blue dildo?
Yes, there is.
At that show. Like, for some reason, I filed that away in my archive of diva knowledge.
It was, yeah. Although I have to say, Jean Smart had such a diva entrance where like you see her like from behind and like in like silhouette profile, like talking to like a counter for a while. And I was like, I know the voice. I thought she was Elizabeth Perkins.
Oh, I can see that. She's a similar like TV character actress type.
Now, I mean, they weren't that when they were kids.
Yeah.
Holly, are you really going to be in New York in October? Don't tease me. I don't know if that's really happening.
Oh, I'm from Oklahoma as well, Holly Bush Bryce.
Watchmen takes place in Oklahoma.
It does, in Tulsa.
I was there.
Lots of family.
Irons. That's a complete sentence. Thank you, Yehan. Oh my God.
If you could see Jean Smart in any role, what would it be? Well, or Elizabeth Perkins, because for me, one time I tweeted, I really want to see Elizabeth Perkins as Martha and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. And she liked it, and I think she like retweeted or something.
Elizabeth Perkins would be a really good Vera too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pointless comment. Everyone would be a good Vera, but she particularly would be a good Vera.
Yeah, like a really like boozy, like
she was on Weeds.
Yeah, and then what was the show I saw her? Maybe it was Watchmen I'm thinking of. There was some other no, she was in that show Sharp Objects with Amy Adams on HBO, and she played a very Weedsy character, like kind of the boozy town drunk. Okay. Yes, Holly is from Oklahoma.
Bye.
Bye.
Is that a TV show, or are you accusing her of espionage, Haley? You know what she means.
Stay tuned for that. Well, speaking of lovely ladies who we love, do you want to talk about your fabulous Who Do You Think You Are today?
Maybe we should start with the I'll Be Patty so that we have something good to bring me back from the brink.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll be fatty first.
I hardly know the woman.
Okay, y'all. I'm in a little bit of a situation right now. Thank you, Haley. Spy was a role that Jean Smart played. My situation is that my I'll Be Patty today is Liz Calloway's Meadowlark. And the situation I'm in is that our dear friends at BroadwayWorld, who are so supportive of our podcast and live stream, tagged Liz Calloway in the tweet today. And Daniel was like, ruh-roh, they tagged Liz Calloway. And I was like, it doesn't matter. But
only because I knew your feelings about this.
Well, no, but that BroadwayWorld, we need to explain to them that I'll Be Patty is not like, you guys all should buy her album. Like, I'll Be Patty is like me trashing somebody. And the thing is, though, I really wasn't concerned because I was in the Adelaide Cabaret Festival doing my show Patty Issues at the same time that Liz and her sister Anne Hampton Calloway were doing their fabulous duet show, Sibling Revelry, that I love. Every decade they do it. No, I'm just kidding. I love that show so much. I was obsessed with it when they first did it and recorded the album in '97. To the point where some of the songs. Do you know that show, Daniel?
No, not at all.
We gotta do that. Should be one of our Who Do You Think You Are? They do this great medley. I mean, I think it's called the Great Medley. It's like 15 minutes long. It's like every duet ever. And to the point now where like, when I sing like Enough Is Enough or like Ohio.
Wow, like literally every duet.
Literally every duet. I know him so well. Like a lot of these Marry the Man Today, I can't help but think of the cut from there and the transition into the next song.
Oh, yeah.
Like, maybe we'd better go. OHIO, maybe we'd better go. I always dreamed I'd find the perfect love. Ooh, but he turned out to... It's like, that's how I hear it. So all full respects to Liz and Anne for that great thing. But anyway, we were at the Adelaide Cabaret Festival. This is not my LP Patty. This is the intro. We were at the Adelaide Cabaret Festival. I was doing Patty issues, and they were doing Sibling Revelry.
Yes.
And I went to see it, and it was so fabulous. And, you know, it was exciting to see the sort of new 2014 version or whatever after having known it for 17 years. But so then I like followed them on like social media and like tweeted all this stuff about like how great they were and everybody should go. And then like, I think I DM'd them being like, I'd love for you guys to come see my show on, you know, Sunday or whatever, you know, where this is headed. No response. And they didn't follow me back or like my posts or anything. And I didn't take it that personally, whatever. That's social media. It's not that deep. But I was like, well, I guess they're not that like social media they're not that into social media, you know?
Uh-oh.
So when BroadwayWorld tagged Liz today, posting about today's episode, and you were like, uh-oh, I was like, she'll never see it. Seconds later, alert, Liz Calloway has followed you on Twitter.
Well,
I only hope that she's not watching. But anyway, even if she is, I mean, here's the thing, y'all. Like I said, I love that duet show they did together. Obviously, Liz Calloway, undeniably a Broadway legend from her Tony-nominated performance in Baby, belting an F, singing like nobody's business. The story goes on in her seamless voice, just a ray of golden sunshine in 1984. Mind you, what year is it now?
2020.
2020. It's how many years later?
I could not. 84?
Yeah. 36 years later.
Yeah.
36 years later, she sounds exactly the same. Okay. Full props. I think it was very rude that they did not nominate her. So to the point where now the children don't even know there was no cast album and she was not nominated. She is the original Broadway Ellen in Miss Saigon. Okay, where all those bitches that replaced her were like, Chris, what's haunting you? And couldn't hack it. Not Liz Calloway. There ain't no break in that voice. So all respect to Liz Calloway. Okay, and I love many of her albums and various recordings and things. You know, I even enjoy making fun of her with Love on the Follies in Concert documentary when she's like, I am young Sally. I am young Sally. I am young Sally. I'm like, bitch, you ain't even young Lee Remick. But anyway, you know, whatever. That's not my beef with her.
Love her about her in that.
My beef is, though, with some of our mutuals in Fire Island and with some of the young people that I've encountered in my long journey from the mid-late 70s birth to this moment in time now in my early mid-40s.
You came out of the womb debating this point.
Yeah, when I am forced to hear people say that their favorite, or even they believe the definitive version of Meadowlark is Liz Calloway's recording.
Yes.
I think I've proven here I am, as much as I love Patti LuPone and hold her in very high regard, I am very capable of criticizing her and also thinking other people do a particular song or role better than she.
Yes, you are good at that.
Thank you. So I find it very offensive that people take this stance. First of all, it's just disrespectful, okay? Like, and if anyone is going to have a claim to Meadowlark after Patti, or arguably, possibly, you might even say before, it would be Betty Buckley. Like, you know, we've already gone through the whole drama. Stephen Schwartz didn't exactly write that song for her, but he had her in mind when he was working on that role and that show. And she was really his choice when they were auditioning. I don't know that Patti was in the original auditions, but David Merrick didn't want Betty and blah, 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 blah. You know, and Betty really like has a long, heartfelt, deep claim to that song alongside Patti LuPone's. Liz Calloway is a little girl that came along later, like every other girl in the 80s that was singing that song at auditions, and casting directors were like, not Meadowlark, no, right? You know, and of course what Liz has over many of those little girls is that like when they would get to that E flat and be like, before my like, you know, and like really have to get to that note. You know, Liz Calloway, again, it's seamless. In my opinion, a little too seamless. Like, you know, if it's just, you know, I mean, Liz Calloway's voice is like Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Yes.
Vanilla ice cream. But here's the thing. Saying you like Liz Calloway's Meadowlark better than Patti LuPone's because you listen to Patti's CD and you compare it to Liz's CD, and you're like, Patti's is like weird and crusty and like and nasal and, you know, and she has like bad diction, you know, and Liz's is like a ray of golden sunshine. That's like listening to Kristen Chenoweth sing Over the Rainbow and then comparing it to Judy at Carnegie Hall and liking Kristen Chenoweth's better. Like, first of all, if you want like girlish purity, go back to the movie soundtrack of The Wizard of Oz. Go back to Patti singing Meadowlark on the Baker's Wife cast album. You know, if Liz Calloway is just a ray of golden sunshine, young Patti's Meadowlark is just, it's fucking God. Okay, what is this person saying? Oh, thank God, it's Taryn Sion. A kid at college thought Liz was the one that took all my willpower and still would not go off. Well, you know what, Taryn? I'm sorry. I think you misspent your willpower. You should have gone off because the people need to know. What I'm saying is, if you're all about how seamless and beautiful and golden Liz's voice is in Meadowlark, listen to Patti on the cast recording. I'm sorry if it's not on your Spotify, Bernie voters. Come on over to the Mayor Pete side. We have Bernie voters. Okay, Joe Biden has an LP of the original cast of The Baker's Wife that you can play in your home. Actually,
I'm a big fan of Baker's Wife.
The Bernie voters are actually very LP, right? I don't even know. I can't. Yeah, my analogy is going way off the rails.
Don't brand our stream Mayor Pete. You are actually not a Mayor Pete voter.
I'm not. I'm a Warren Democrat. Anyway, but so I'm just saying, like, you know, you have to take the full journey. And, you know, Patti's Meadowlark is about her clitoris, okay? She literally, her choreography involves grabbing her tits, sliding her hand down between her legs, sticking her middle and index fingers deep up into her vagina while her thumb flicks her clitoris. That's how she ends the song, okay? Liz Calloway ends the song in like a Disney spotlight while like a little bluebird like tweets in the window. You know, it's like, it's lovely, fine, but it does not compare. So, I mean, that's really all I have to say on the matter.
Well, with that, I mean, just Patti's clitoris, nothing further can be said after that. But hi, Garrett.
I think Patti calls her clitoris a cock, in fairness, but go on.
True. But I have to say, you mentioned our mutuals, but I feel like we've had this conversation. And while I do not, I think Patti's is the ultimate and, you know, it's the version to end all versions and it's the original. I do like Liz's and I don't, and they're very different and obviously Patti's is like the standard, but I don't mind Liz's. And I also love Liz's version of Sleepy Man, my very favorite version of that.
Totally. Sleepy Man is an especially unfair comparison though, because all Patti's Sleepy Man recordings are good, but none of them are, no matter how beautifully Patti sings Sleepy Man in her 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, Sleepy Man, ultimately, you really want that youthful sound. And like I had Patti last week, we do not have a Patti LuPone, Robert Bridegroom, true original Broadway cast.
Oh my God, I forgot that was even like a thing we discussed.
Full circle. See, they're all beef Patti that ate its own tail. And Liz Calloway's voice, Liz Calloway will be 95 years old and she'll still sound 25.
Yeah. Okay. Someone who has never sounded 25 is our queen, Dorothy Loudon. And I know she is the subject of your Who Do You Think today. So without further ado, let's go to that.
Okay, I just want to set this up briefly to say that, first of all, Daniel, my friend, my love, I owe you a deep, sincere apology.
Oh, why?
because I can't believe that you've never seen this. That is my fault. I was thinking about our friend Ken, the very first time I ever hung out with him. I feel like he hadn't even offered me a cold beverage before this video was on the television. And I can't believe you and I have been friends for so many years and I haven't given you this gift. Yeah. And I apologize to all of our viewers because this will be just short of a 2-minute clip. The full video is 4 minutes, and you really all owe it to yourselves to watch this entire clip. It's Dorothy Loudon doing special material. Although, face it, when you're Dorothy Loudon, it's all special material. I think this is actually from one of the Tony Awards broadcasts in the early 80s. It is truly my favorite Dorothy Loudon clip, possibly my favorite clip ever. I think it is the most divine thing in the world. Roll tape.
Them's fighting words. Okay, I'm getting my beverage ready. I'm so excited.
And then I grab a 6'2". Anyone will do if he's only sensitive to see. Stop! Stop the music! Elliot, tell orchestra, wait in the bus. Keep motor running. I sit in piccolo section. I want to sing this part alone. Many important people watching. Could mean comeback. In the Russian tea room. You laughing? I am too good for this room. I am too good for this song. You cut into my time. I am not too good for this dress. I won't scream should he kiss me. Couldn't if I would. Wouldn't if I should. Vodka, Nostrovia, vodka, and a shaker of vodka. Is it over? That's what you think. You ruin. Here we go. Me.
Oh my God.
Die.
I mean, Dorothy is so good. Yes, Holly. Dorothy is so good at like creating this character just by what she's wearing. That's like, it's like if a woman was like in an insane asylum and she was like reliving like her glory days or like reliving something that she never lived, like with the tiara and like the weird like dress. It's very you know, like in the leading, is it the Leading Ladies where she sings You Could Drive a Person Crazy, or is that the Sondheim one?
Sondheim.
It's like she's wearing that like black like prom dress. It's like her choice of her aesthetic is also very, it's a little like insane. It's a little mishappen.
Totally. A little Edie Beale. Hi, Colin. My favorite.
Oh, hey, Colin. Anyway, so wait, I want to now go back obviously and watch the whole thing. What is that from? What's the context?
I believe it's a Gershwin song called Vodka. I'm pretty sure that most of those words are not the lyrics. Like, I mean, obviously the spoken stuff, but like, I think it's like vodka, Natsastrovia. Like, I think she adds weird Russian like jokes and stuff like in between, like Shekarov vodka. Like, I don't really know. I mean, like, it's I got nothing.
She's such a drag queen.
She is the original drag queen.
And also,
all other drag queens are cis women, and they are school teachers in Minnesota next to Dorothy Loudon. I
mean, Dorothy Loudon, I always say she's so, it's like if Ellen Burstyn like took shrooms or something, you know? And she just has this air of like, she's always a little crazy, and she always seems like she's a madam in some like brothel somewhere.
Yes.
Selling her wares to the highest bidder.
Oh, what I would go straight to be a John at a brothel where Dorothy Loudon presides.
Oh my God. Did she ever do film or TV roles?
Well, we've talked about this, that she does that. She has that cameo in Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Oh, right.
As somewhat of a madam-esque character, although I don't think actually a madam. And there's a few other things. I mean, she had a sitcom that failed in the 70s right after Annie called Dorothy.
Oh my
God. Hearted Hannah.
Wow.
And I think there's a couple of episodes. I think they're on YouTube. I mean, actually, her career kind of got its like first boost. She started in nightclubs in New York in I think like the early 60s, and like Broadway flops. She was the queen of the flops, but she replaced Carol Burnett on what's that variety show that Carol Burnett was on, and then she left.
Carol Burnett show?
No. Yeah. Like she got the Carol Burnett show, but she had been like one of like the regulars on another variety show.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
A man's name. I believe Dorothy Loudon took over for her. And then, Carol then proceeded to steal all Dorothy's roles later on.
When did she work with Kate?
They did, is it the West Side Waltz? I think that play on Broadway, maybe? Gary Moore Show. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, on the Gary Moore Show, I think Dorothy replaced Carol. And there was a few other things from that era. I mean, she was on a lot of like the golden age of like variety television because she's obviously like perfect for that, Yeah.
She definitely adds variety.
And I don't know if I ever told you this, the Alan something show. No, it was the Gary Moore Show. Oh, maybe the Alan something show was something else she did. Was it actually called that, Haley, or you just can't remember the name of the name? I would believe either. Dorothy did a roundabout theater revival of The Matchmaker in their. You know how I told you they had Where She Loves Me started at the Criterion Center on Broadway? That's now Sephora.
Yes.
Well, there was also an off-Broadway space there that was the Laura Pels before they took over the American Place. Laura Pels. But I believe at that Laura Pels, Lonnie Price directed an early 90s revival of The Matchmaker starring Dorothy.
Oh,
she was deep into her cups at that time and was a nightmare, and it was not a fun experience. I don't know if I'm talking out of turn, but I think that when and that when she was like getting sober, she like made an amends to Lonnie. God, this is really off. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for that.
I mean,
Liz Calloway might be watching, but Lonnie definitely isn't.
Okay. Well,
Dorothy.
I've just Dorothy Loudon makes the time fly. I just realized we are almost out of time. So should we?
Speaking of The Matchmaker.
Speaking of The Matchmaker, the original source material for Hello Dolly. Let's go to our final segment. Put your submissions in.
Hello, Haley. Well, hello, Taryn.
Oh, I love that. Okay, as you guys know, we need 3 performers, one, and then we'll categorize them. 1 is Dolly, 1 in concert, and 1 as, dead.
Ooh, I want this one.
Yes, take it.
Dynasty Divas, Linda Evans, Joan Collins, Diane Carroll. All right. The one I want to see as Dolly leaves is Diane Carroll, who obviously has musical comedy chops.
Yes.
Although I saw Joan Collins do an evening at the old Feinsteins at the Regency, and it wasn't that great.
Oh.
So maybe I'm better off seeing Diane in concert and give Joan a shot at Dolly and kill, as Joan would have said on Dynasty, Crystal.
Okay, you have to do this one too.
Kim Fields, Lisa Bonet, Regina King. All right. This is so amazing. God, I love these broads so much. God. I'm not sure if any of them can sing. I guess, this is terrible. I can't help, in a way, the one I have the most respect for as an artist and an actor and all that is Regina King. Mm-hmm. So I'm certainly not going to kill her. And kind of the one I would say I have the least respect for is Kim Fields. Nonetheless, I want Kim as Dolly. And so then I would see Regina do an evening. She can do whatever the hell she wants. I'll sign up. And I'm so sorry, Lisa Bonet. I actually have a crush on you. You're one of the few women I'm attracted to. I love you. I'm really sorry.
Well, that's a consolation prize in itself.
Is it?
Okay, now this is my territory. Tippy, Janet Leigh, and Eva Marie Saint. I mean, I guess I want Tippy Hedren as Dolly with a lion thrown somewhere in there. I guess I want Eva, like an evening with, because she has a lot of good stories. And then, sorry, Janet, shower scene once again. Okay, Jacqueline Farah.
Oh, skip this one. We've had it before. I don't like it.
We have, okay, running out of time. For me, I want Leslie, Evening with Susan, Kill Sigourney.
I want this Facts of Life one that Kenneth did. Mindy Cohn, Lisa Whelchel. You take the good, you take the bad. Mindy Cohn, Lisa Whelchel, Nancy McKean. Okay, I can't help it. I want Mindy as Dolly, and I would love to see Nancy do an evening. We could call it like, Just Joe. And Lisa Whelchel, you fucking crazy Christian cunt, die.
Okay, whoa. With that said, okay, we need one more to cleanse the timeline.
Peace of love.
Shirley Loretta Vine. I want Loretta as Dolly so bad. And then I guess Jennifer in concert kills Cheryl. All right.
Can we edit that? Can we edit that?
Maybe this is live. This is the magic of live television.
Well, it's been nice talking to you guys. I'm sure I'm canceled. Daniel will be back with our new co-host Ryan O'Connor on Thursday.
Our new co-host Liz Calloway.
Tuesday, Thursday, April, August.
Time heals everything. It's a song. Time heals everything.